evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Central Hardin High School for today's 17th District baseball action. Today's ball game has the Elizabethtown Panthers coming in under Coach Greenwell with a 12-8 record, 3-0 in 17th District play, and the host Central Hardin Bruins under Coach Cruz with a 5-10 record overall, 2-0 in the 17th District. First, we'll go down the lineups. This is the first matchup between the Panthers and the Bruins this year. First for the Panthers, leading off will be Caden Davis. He's followed by Jordan Price. Grayson Hayner will hit third, followed by Bryce Estes. Austin Jennings hits fifth. Hitting sixth is Carter Moberly. Hitting seventh is Hendricks Thomas. Hitting eighth will be Jake Williams. And hitting ninth, the designated hitter Eli Barker. Defensively for the Bruins today, starting in the outfield, it'll be Reese Cowley in left, Chase Price in center field, and in right field, Caden Elmore. Around the infield, starting at third, Sander Lucas. Shortstop will be Lucas Lee. Second base, Devin Hubbard. First base, Kellen Brandenburg. And the battery today for the Bruins, Lucas Thompson behind the dish, Zach Spurrier on the hill. Spurrier coming in as his third start of the season. He only has 10 innings pitched on the year. It's 0-1 with a 1.40 ERA. He has 13 strikeouts to just 2 walks. For the Panthers as they come to the plate, Davis hits .379 on the year. Jordan Price hitting .273, and Grayson Hayner hitting .417. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, eTownApartments.com, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, eTown Exterminating, and West Point Bank. We'd also like to thank NFHS, the National Federation of High School Sports, in providing live streaming service. Contact NFHS.com to subscribe today. Again, this is the first meeting between the Panthers and the Bruins on this year. They will meet again at Elizabethtown on May the 4th. The next ball game after this one for the Bruins will be Thursday, right back here at Central Hardin, as they will host the North Hardin Trojans. We will be here for that to bring you the coverage. Now to the plate, Caden Davis.
Leading off the Panthers, number 12, Caden Davis. Price on it.
That one low, 1-0 the count. That one just outside, 2-0 now the count. This is at bat number 67 on the season for Davis. It's 25 hits, 12 RBIs. That one catches the outside corner. 2-1 now the count. That one fouled straight back, and that'll even the count at 2-2. Foul back. Count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. Beautiful day here at Central Hardin. A slight breeze rolling across from the left field line to the right field line. There's strike 3. Gets him chasing on a high fastball for the first out of the inning. That's now going to bring up the shortstop for the Panthers, Jordan Price. Price comes in hitting .273 on the year. E-Town really wanted to get Price on board. He's 10 for 10 in stolen bases this year. That one catches the outside corner. 0-1 the count. That one high. Evens it up at 1-1. Chase after that one. 1-2 now. The count of Spurrier gets ahead. That one right back to Spurrier. He'll gather that one in. Flips it to Brandenburg for the second out. The 1-3 put out. That'll bring up the center fielder for the Panthers, Grayson Hayner. Hayner comes in hitting .417 on the season. Hayner's 25 of 60 on the season. Has 20 runs scored, 29 RBIs. That one on the outside corner. A slow roller down the third base line, goes foul. Coach Greenwell scoops that up, sends it back out to Spurrier. 0-2 now the count as Hayner steps back in. If he had rung him up, I think Hayner would not have objected. That one was right on the inside of the plate. 1-2. Curve outside. Evens it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Panthers. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. So we head to the bottom of the first, and our score is 0-0 with the Bruins coming up to the plate. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. E-Town Apartments is a family-owned and operated management service with over 30 years of combined experience. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. E-Town Exterminate is a locally owned, family-run pest control company that's been serving the surrounding areas since 1976. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Lineup for the Bruins, leading off will be Lucas Lee. He is followed by Lucas Thompson. Hitting in the 3 spot is the pitcher, Zach Spurrier. Hitting cleanup, Kellen Brandenburg. Hitting 5th will be Reese Cowley. Hitting 6th, the third baseman for the Bruins, Sander Lucas, followed by the center fielder, Chase Price, hitting 7th. Hitting 8th is the designated hitter, Tucker Walters. And hitting 9th will be Caden Elmore. Defensively for the Panthers, starting in the outfield, Carter Moberly will be in left field, Grayson Hayner in center, Hendricks Thomas in right. Around the infield, Jake Williams at third, Jordan Price at shortstop, Caden Davis will be at second base, Reed Sherrard at first, and the battery today for the Panthers, Bryce Estes behind the dish, and it says Austin Jennings on the hill. This will be the 6th start of the season for Jennings. He's 4-1 on the season, 4.28 ERA, has 24 strikeouts to 19 walks. He has pitched 18 innings this season. For the Bruins, Lucas Lee will hit .325. Lucas Thompson comes in hitting .263. And Zach Spurrier coming in hitting .545. Spurrier did not start at the beginning of the season as he was nursing an injury, has come back and has really been a tear since he has come back. Lee comes to the plate now. He's 13 out of 40 on this season, has 5 RBIs and 3 doubles. That one goes outside. 1-0 the count. That one just outside, 2-0. That one way outside. It'll run to 3-0 now to Lee. A strike on the outside corner. 3-1. Catches the outside corner. 3-2 now the count. That one goes outside for a walk. First base runner of the day will be Lucas Lee. He's 8 of 9 in stolen base attempts this season. That's going to bring up the catcher, Lucas Thompson. Thompson hitting .263 on the year. Has drawn 12 walks. Quick throw over to Sherrard. Lee dives back in. Estes sets it way outside, almost anticipating a pitch out. Trying to see if Lee will take off for second. Good lead at first. Thompson squared around to bunt. That one outside, 1-0 the count. Lee with a safe lead from first as that one goes high and away as well. 2-0 now the count. Lee with a shorter lead. Thompson squares. That one too far inside. 3-0 the count. Back-to-back hitters. Jennings has gone 3-0 too. Squares again. That one a 4-pitch walk issued to Thompson as he trots down to first base. Lucas Lee will head to second. Coach Greenwell always ready to come out, take a visit to the mound as Zach Spurrier comes to the plate. Lucas Thompson will run for himself. In high school, pitchers and catchers can have courtesy runners. Again, Thursday night, we'll be right back here at Central Hardin as the North Hardin Trojans come to take on the Bruins. That one also with a 5:30 start time. The Bruins and the Panthers, the last two region winners here in the 5th region.
Now back to the Bruins, number 42, Zach Spurrier.
So Spurrier comes to the plate hitting .545 on the season. And just 11 at-bats on the year. No outs, runners at first and second. Curveball, that catches the inside corner, 0-1. Swing like he got that one off the end of the bat. 0-2 now the count to Spurrier. He steps back in. Chokes up a little on the bat with 2 outs. Or 2 strikes, sorry, gets hit. So the bases will be loaded with no outs. Kellen Brandenburg will come to the plate.
Now batting for the Bruins, number 44, Kellen Brandenburg.
Brandenburg hitting .267 on the year. Brandenburg, he started the season a little late as well, just 10 games on the year, 30 at-bats, 8 hits, So now, bases loaded with no outs. That one fouled out of play. Matthew Withers will be the courtesy runner for Spurrier at first. Lucas Thompson at second. Lucas Lee at third. 0-1 the count. That one stays low, evens it up at 1-1. That one well outside. 2-1 now, the count to Brandenburg. Two walks and a hit. Batter load the bases. That one too far inside. 3-1 now, the count. Take something off of that one to make sure he gets it down the middle. Taking all the way was Brandenburg. 3-2 now, the count. Swing and a miss. For out number one, Brandenburg goes down swinging. That's going to bring up the left fielder, Reese Cowley. Cowley hitting .368 on the year.
Now batting for Bruins, number 23, Reese Cowley.
Has 11 RBIs. One out. Chases after that curveball. 0-1 the count. Good job by Estes. That one short hops it, keeps it in front of him, evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Slow roller out towards short. That's going to score at least one. They go the short way. They get Withers at second, but it's an RBI fielder's choice for Cowley. He'll be at first base. Lucas Lee comes in to score, and Lucas Thompson will now be at third with Cowley at first. That's going to bring up Sander Lucas. Sander hitting .238 on the year. Interested to see if Coach Cruz puts the runner at first in motion. Cowley with a healthy lead at first. Doesn't go on that one. That pitch outside, 1-0. They throw over. It looked like Cowley was leaning the wrong way. Not a hard throw from Jennings that time. Shortened up his lead just about half a step before that pickoff throw. Count remains 1-0 to Lucas. That one on the outside corner. 1-1 the count. They pick him off at second. Sherrod quickly down and is going to score a run from third. Now, still chasing after Callie. He'll get tagged out on the 1-3-6-1-4 put out. But the Bruins able to get 2 runs across the plate. There were there were 2 runs on no hits, no Elizabethtown errors, and 1 runner left on base. As we head to the top of the second inning, Central Hardin on top 2-0 over Elizabethtown. This is a Hardin County Education and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. E-Town Apartments is a family-owned and operated management service with over 30 years of combined experience. Take a virtual tour today at etownapartments.com. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned family-run pest control company. It's been serving the surrounding area since 1976. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Online at westpointbank.com. It'll be 4, 5, 6 in the Panther lineup. It'll be Bryce Estes, Austin Jennings, and Carter Moberly. Remaining on the mound for the Bruins will be Zach Spurrier.
Leading off the Panthers at top of the second, 134, Bryce Estes. Jennings on
Estes comes in hitting .273 on the year. Has 19 RBIs. It'll be hit out towards right field. Elmore coming in. It gets past him. Estes rounds first, heading for second. They're going to hold him up there. So a leadoff double, first hit of the ball game for either team. As Estes gets out there, he will have a courtesy runner. Number 6, Caleb Irwin. And so that'll bring Austin Jennings to the plate. Jennings hitting .216 on the year. It's 11 of 51 on the season with 12 RBIs. That one catches the outside corner. It's made out towards the shortstop. Lucas Lee gathers it in. Across the diamond in time, and he keeps Irwin at second. So 6-3 put out for the first out. That's going to bring up the left fielder, Carter Moberly. Moberly hitting .340 on the year.
now batting for the Panthers, number 40, Carter.
16 of 47 on the year. Is 8 RBI, 6 doubles. Swing and miss on that one. 0-1 the count. That one fouled out of play. 0-2 now the count to Moberly. There's strike 3. Third strikeout of the day for Spurrier. And that's going to bring up the right fielder, Hendricks Thomas.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 7, Hendricks Thomas Williams on deck.
Thomas hitting .306 on the year. Strike on the outside corner. Spurrier living on the outside corner to these right-handed hitters all game long. 0-2 now the count. Allen going to get away from Thompson. Irwin will move up 90 feet. Found out for forward Lucas Thompson, I believe this is the third game that he's played at catcher, typically a middle infielder. 1-2 the count. And there's strike three. So Zach Spurrier able to work his way out of a leadoff double. There were no runs on one hit, one runner left on base, and no Central Hardin errors. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Central Hardin on top, 2-0 over Elizabethtown. Tune in weekly for all local HCEC-TV programs, airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable Channel 2, Spectrum Communications Channel 184. You can always check out our past broadcasts on our YouTube channel. Just search HCEC-TV, subscribe to our channel, and get all your local community sports and events. This is an HCEC student production, a division of Hardin County Schools. Special thanks to our live sports coverage sponsors, Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, eTownApartments.com, West Point Bank, and eTown Exterminating. Due up for the Bruins. It'll be 6, 7, 8 in the lineup. Sander Lucas, Chase Price, and Tucker Walters. Austin Jennings remains on the mound for the Panthers. And Sander Lucas will lead off. He wasn't at the plate when the when the bottom of the first came to a close, so his at-bat will start over. Again, Sander coming in with a .238 average on the year. Jennings in that first inning went walk, hit batter to load the bases with no outs. And he got a strikeout, a fielder's choice with a force out before the Bruins get caught in a rundown and score their second run. 0-2 now the count to Lucas as he steps back in. That one high. 1-2. Swing and a miss in the dirt. Estes scoops that one up. He'll step out. Throw it down to first. For the first out of the inning, that's now going to bring up Chase Price, the center fielder for the Bruins. Price hitting .206 on the year, 7 for 34. Price has walked 7 times. 7 for 10 on the bases. Williams creeps in from third. He's on the grass by a couple of steps. That one down the line, foul. Evens the count at 1-1. Stays outside. 2-1 now the count to Price. That catches the outside corner, evens it at 2-2. That one just outside. 3-2 now the count. I believe Estes thought that was a strike. That one is a strike there. Back-to-back strikeouts now for Jennings. That's going to bring us to the designated hitter, Tucker Walters.
Now batting for the Bruins, number 41, Tucker.
Walters hitting .250 on the year. Curveball in there for a strike, 0-1. Walter 7 of 28 on the year. That one stayed a little high. Evens it up at 1-1. Walters has drawn 10 walks on the year. That one in there for a strike, 1-2. Now the count. 2-2 with that one in the dirt. There's strike number 3. It is a 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. Through 2 complete. The Central Hardin Bruins on top 2-0 over Elizabethtown. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, eTownApartments.com, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, eTown Exterminating, and West Point Bank. We'll be right back with the 3rd inning of play. Welcome back to Central Hardin High School for today's 17th District baseball action between the Central Hardin Bruins and the Elizabethtown Panthers. So we head to the top of the 3rd inning. Our score, Central Hardin on top, 2-0. Starting off the 3rd inning, it'll be Jake Williams, followed by Eli Barker, and then back to the top of the order with Caden Davis. Zach Spurrier remains on the hill for the Bruins. Swings that one, slow roller down the first base line. Brandenburg will pick it up in foul territory. Count will go to 0-1. Williams 17 for 53 on this season with 12 RBIs. Also had team leading 12 walks on the year. That one fouled off. Count runs to 0-2. Spurrier on the day with 4 strikeouts in those 2 innings. Now 0-2 count. That one a little down on the outside. 1-2 now the count. Swing and a miss. 5 strikeouts now for Spurrier on the day, and that's going to bring us to the designated hitter for the Panthers, Eli Barker. Barker in limited action this year. This will be his 4th game. He's 2 of 7 from the plate. 286 average. That one stayed inside. 1-0 the count. Good curveball right in the center of the plate. 1-1 now the count. Barker was really looking for a fastball on that one. Overthrew that one a little too much. That one outside. 2-1 now, the count to Barker. Chases after that one. 2-2 now, the count. Slow roller to third. That'll be foul. Looked like it was a curveball. Barker just able to get the bat on the ball. Count remains 2-2. Both teams back in action on Thursday in the 17th District. E-Town will host the John Hardin Bulldogs, while the Bruins will host the North Hardin Trojans. We will be here for the game between the Trojans and the Bruins. That one was scheduled to start at 5:30. 2-2 the count to Barker. Reaches out and just hits that one foul. Spurrier doing a good job changing up speeds. He's had Barker way out in front and then a couple times way behind. It's been hit out to right field. Good piece of hitting by Barker. He gets the second hit of the day for the Panthers. That's going to take us back to the top of the order. Caden Davis to the batter's box. Davis 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. Came into today's game hitting .379. For Barker, he does not have a stolen base attempt on the season. Has a safe lead at first. One outside, 1-0. Swing and a miss. From the stretch, Spurrier seems to stay more with his fastball. Did that in the last inning after Bryce Estes led off with a double. Barker at first, the short lead. There's a curveball. It's going to be hitting to right center field. Elmore takes a couple steps in, makes the catch for the second out. So with 2 outs and a runner at first, that'll bring us to the shortstop, Jordan Price. Price 0 for 1 on the day, had a ground out, his first at bat. What I love about announcing is as soon as I say Spurrier stays with his fastball, he throws a curveball and gets that out to right field. That was low and outside, 1-0 the count. That one stays high. 2-0 the count. Spurrier regroups himself, gets back on the hill. That'll be fouled off. 2-1 now the count. Bounces off the indoor facility. Strike 2, right down the middle. 2-2 the count. Strike 3. So 2 strikeouts per inning for Zach Spurrier. Now with 6 in the game. There were no runs on 1 hit, 1 runner left on base, and no Central Hardin errors. So we head to the bottom of the third inning. Central Hardin remains on top 2-0 over Elizabethtown. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results, with locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, and South Louisville. eTownApartments.com is a family-owned and operated management service with over 30 years of combined experience. For those who are serving our country in the military, a discount is available. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff available for all your recycling needs. Located at 311 Steel Drive in Elizabethtown. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned family-run pest control company. It's been serving Hardin, Meade, Grayson, and Nelson counties and the surrounding areas since 1976. And West Point Bank. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Due up in the bottom of the third, it'll be 9-1-2 in the Bruin lineup. Caden Elmore, Lucas Lee, and Lucas Thompson. Austin Jennings remains on the hill for the Panthers. Owen Weiss swings with the high fastball. Jennings with 4 strikeouts through 2 innings. Has yet to give up a hit. In the first inning, he went walk, hit batters to load the bases with no out. Bruins were able to get 2 across for their lead. That one fouled out of play. 0-2 now the count to Elmore. Ooh, that misses everything. 1-2 now the count. That one hit straight up into foul territory. Elmore digs back in. 1-2 the count. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 5 for Jennings, and that takes us to the top of the order. Lucas Lee coming to the plate. Lee 0 for 0 on the day as he reached on a walk and then came around to score the first run of the day for the Bruins. Strike on the outside corner. Home plate umpire is wide to the outside. It's consistent with both pitchers. Thompson swings at that one now, 0-2. Lee swings at that one, 0-2. Has to set up outside. That one outside and high. 1-2 the count. Low in the dirt. Evens it up at 2-2. That one fouled off as it hit Lee in the batter's box. Umpire comes out, check on him. Count remains 2-2. That one goes outside. That'll take it full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The wind that we had blowing it directly across field now kind of coming in from right center, or from left center field. That one high. After going down 0-2, he works a walk, trots down to first base. That's going to bring up the catcher, Lucas Thompson. Thompson 0 for 0 on the day as he reached on a walk and scored. Bunting the ball, wants it right back to Jennings. Only plays to go to first. They're in time. So the sacrifice for Thompson is going to move Lee into scoring position. 2 outs now. It brings up the pitcher, Zach Spurrier. Spurrier 0 for 0 as well. He was hit by a pitch. And just the 5th game as a hitter for the Bruins for Zach Spurrier. That one catches the outside corner. Spurrier has 4 RBIs on the year, 1 home run. That one outside in the dirt. Bryce Estes, good job blocking that one. Evens the count at 1-1. And the curveball outside. 2-1 now the count. Swing and a miss on that one. A big cut from Spurrier that time. Like it was a high fastball and able to catch up to that one. 2-2 the count. Strike 3. For the 3rd out, there were no runs on no hits, 1 runner left on base, and no Elizabethtown errors through 3 complete. Our score, Central Hardin on top 2-0. We'll be right back with the 4th inning of action. Welcome back to Central Hardin High School for today's 17th District baseball action. So we head to the top of the 4th inning for the Panthers. It'll be 3-4-5 in the lineup. Grayson Hayner, Bryce Estes, and Austin Jennings. Zach Spurrier still on the mound for the Bruins. Hayner 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the ball game. Aggressive after that one, fouls it off. 0-1 the count. Let me hit out toward shallow right field. Slicing, it's going to land. Hayner rounds first, heading to second. Elmore up with the ball. The throw coming in is late. So it will be a double for Hayner. Second time the Panthers had led off an inning with the double. Back in the 2nd inning, it was Estes. He ended up being stranded at 3rd. So with no outs and a runner at 2nd, it'll bring up Estes, the catcher. That's just 1 for 1 on the day with a double. Estes came into today's game hitting .273. Swing and a miss at that one. Fastball on the outside corner. 0-1 the count. Hayner on the season has 20 runs scored for Panthers. That one fouled straight back. 0-2 now the count. Hayner 14 of 16 in the stolen base category this year. That one stays inside, 1-2. Good waste pitch that time. Down 2-2 now the count. Hayner at second does leave a wide hole between first and second as Hubbard shuffles over. Swing and a miss. Good off-speed pitch. 7 strikeouts now for Zach Spurrier, and that's going to bring up the pitcher, Austin Jennings. Jennings 0 for 1 on the day with a ground out. And Hayner out at second. Led off this inning with a double. Just ripped down the line. That'll be an RBI base hit. Jennings rounds first, is heading for second. Elmore down in the corner, picks it up, throws it in. Jennings out, turns, going to go for 3. And it's a stand-up RBI triple for Austin Jennings as Hayner cruised in from second. And so now it is a 2-1 ball game with just 1 out here in the 4th inning. It's going to bring up the left fielder, Carter Moberly. Moberly 0 for 1 on the day, came in hitting .340 on the season. Swing and a miss on the inside fastball. 0-1 the count. Jennings did a really good job of guessing right on an inside fastball. Able to pull it down the line into the right field corner. This shallow left field, going out on it is Lee. Dives, not able to get to it. Jennings will score, and it's an RBI bloop single for the Panthers. So back-to-back base hits, or 3 hits now here in this inning for Elizabethtown. Coach Delabar now takes the stroll out to the mound to talk to the pitcher. Again, Thursday night, we're right back here at Central Hardin as the Bruins will take on the North Hardin Trojans. That one at 5:30. Next week we have 2 games again. It'll be softball on next Tuesday night as Central Hardin takes on John Hardin. That'll be at John Hardin High School. And then next Thursday, we're right back here again as the Central Hardin Bruins will host the John Hardin Bulldogs. All 17th District games will start at 5:30, the first pitch. So with 1 out, 2 runs across the inning, here in the fourth inning.
Number 7, Hendricks Thomas.
And it's going to leave Carter Moberly at first. As Hendricks Thomas now comes to the plate. 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. Hitting .306 coming into today's ball game. Safe lead over by Moberly. That one inside knocks Thompson's glove off, and Moberly will move down on the wild pitch. Oh and 1. I'm sorry, 1-0 the count. That one bounces out of the glove. Thompson able to gather it in before Moberly moves. Thomas offered at it. 1-1 the count. Comes that 1-1 the count. Fouled off. 1-2 the count. Thomas on the season with 11 RBIs. That one being hit out towards Lucas Lee. He's going to go to third base. They're going to get Moberly, who tried to go early. So a fielder's choice for Hendricks Thomas, but they cut down Moberly at third. Good, smart play. Rule is if you're at second base and the ball goes in front of you, you can retreat back to second. He didn't do it there. Lucas Lee makes a simple throw over to Sander Lucas, who tags him out. And that's going to bring up Jake Williams, the third baseman. Williams 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. Came into the game hitting .321. Thomas at first, held on by Brandenburg. Now he starts to go on a delayed steal. And he's got him. As Thompson delivers a strike to Lee for the third out of the inning. But Elizabethtown able to do some damage, as there were 2 runs on 3 hits. No runners left on base and no errors for the Bruins. We head to the bottom half of the fourth inning, and we're all tied at 2 apiece between Central Hardin and Elizabethtown. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates. More personal attention for more effective results online at physicaltherapyky.com. E-Town Apartments is a family-owned and operated management service with over 30 years of combined experience. Take a virtual tour today at etownapartments.com. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned family-run pest control company. It's been serving the surrounding areas since 1976. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Online at westpointbank.com. Due up in the bottom of the fourth for the Bruins. 4, 5, 6 in the lineup. Kellen Brandenburg, Reese Colley, and Sander Lucas. Austin Jennings remains on the mound for the Panthers. First baseman Kellen Brandenburg now comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. Came into today's ball game hitting .267 on the year. That one goes outside, 1-0 the count. Got in there for a strike. 1-1 now the count.
Come on, be aggressive.
Brandenburg 8 for 30 on the season. It's 5 runs scored. This one hit high in the air towards right, drifting over. Thomas makes the catch for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up the left fielder, Reese Cowley. Callie 0 for 1 on the day, grounded out, but has the RBI. Came in today hitting .368 on the year. Oh, wow. Callie hitting the helmet. Umpire asked him a couple of questions, throws the bat towards the first base dugout, trots down to first. Second hit batter of the day for the Bruins. Spurrier was hit back in the first inning. That's going to bring up the third baseman, Sander Lucas. Lucas 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. Came into the game hitting .238. Now the trainer will come out and ask Callie a couple of questions. So he passed all the tests. For Lucas on the year, comes in with 9 RBIs. For Callie, he's 3 of 3 in stolen bases this year. Has a good lead at first. Shuffles off. Lucas attempts at that bunt, fouls it off. Count goes 0-1. I almost think Cruz will put Callie in motion here. Shorten up the lead just a touch. There he goes, and they pick him off at first. Quickly down, here comes the throw. He's in time. And in watching a couple of Bruins games this year, Coach Cruz usually goes on the second pitch. Jennings picks right, picks him off. So now 2 outs. Lucas back, 0-1 the count as Lucas digs back in. That curveball stays inside, 1-1 the count. That one fouled off, 1-2 the count. Swing and miss, the ball in the dirt. Estes picks it up and down to Sherrard. And so not the traditional 1-2-3 inning. There were no runs on no hits, no runners left on base, and no Elizabethtown errors. Through 4 complete, we are tied at 2 apiece between Elizabethtown and Central Hardin. This is a Hardin County Schools HCEC-TV production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools, live Channel 1 programming, sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, eTownApartments.com, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, eTown Exterminating, and West Point Bank. We'll be right back with the 5th inning. Welcome back to Central Hardin High School for today's 17th district action between the Central Hardin Bruins and the Elizabethtown Panthers. Top of the 5th inning as E-Town comes to the plate. It'll be 8-9-1 in the order. Jake Williams, Eli Barker, and Caden Davis. Zach Spurrier remains on the hill for the Bruins. And catcher Lucas Thompson forgot something. He's gonna, had to get his pitch wristband. They'll signal in a number. He checks off the number, knows which pitch to call. Williams digs in. He's 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. Came into this game hitting .321. That one hit a roller. Brandenburg catches it from his seat. He gets it to Spurrier in time for the put out. It's not every day you get to see a throw from a seated position. The first out of the inning, that'll bring up the designated hitter, Eli Barker. Barker is 1 for 1 on the day with a single. We got that back in the third inning when stranded. Spurrier steps off. In between innings, Coach Cruz had a long talk with Spurrier as he walked out to the mound. Coach Cruz walked with him from the foul territory all the way to the top of the hill. Spurrier on the day with 7 strikeouts. Gets Barker chasing that one on the outside corner. 0-2 with the count. Five hits given up on the day by Spurrier. There's strike 3. That was so closer to the outside than over the plate. 2 outs now as we head to the top of the order for the Panthers. Caden Davis now comes to the plate. Davis 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a flyout. For Spurrier, those 5 hits gave up one in the second, 1 in the third, and then 3 in that 4th inning when the Panthers scored their 2 runs. That one 1-0. Swings at that high fastball. 1-1. That one low. 2-1 now, the count to Davis. That curveball stayed up. 3-1 now, the count. Catches the outside corner. Again, the umpire has been wide with strikes. He's consistent with both pitchers. Count full now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Thompson going to set up on the outside part. That one low and outside. And Davis on base for the first time today as he takes the walk down. That's going to bring up the shortstop, Jordan Price. Price 0 for 2 on the day as a ground down and a strikeout. Davis 8 for 8 in stolen bases this year. Safe lead over at first. That one in the dirt. Thompson keeps it in front of him. One and 0 the count. That's fouled out of play. 1-1. one stays inside. 2-1. Davis leads from first. 2 outs here. Top of the 5th inning. That one low. 3-1 now the count. Davis remains with a very safe lead at first. There's a strike. Davis will be off on this pitch. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Davis goes that one. Ground ball out to Lucas Lee. Across to Brandenburg in time. The 6-3 put out ends top half of the 5th inning. There were no runs on no hits. 1 runner left on base and no Central Hardin errors. So we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. We are all tied at 2 apiece between the Panthers and the Bruins. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. With locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, and South Louisville. E-Town Apartments is a family-owned and operated management service with over 30 years of combined experience. For those who are serving our country in the military, a discount is available. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. Available for all your recycling needs, located at 311 Steel Drive in Elizabethtown. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned family-run pest control company. It's been serving the surrounding area since 1976. Whatever your pest control issues are, termites, spiders, crickets, general pests, even moles, their team has the knowledge, skill, and training to safely and effectively eliminate the problem. In West Point Bank, with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. It'll be 7-8-9 in the bottom half of the 5th inning for the Bruins. Chase Price, Tucker Walters, and Caden Elmore. Price 0 for 1 on the day. Came in hitting .206 on the year. Swings at that curve ball. 0-1 the count. It's a little late on that one. Fouls it off. I'll take the count to no balls and 2 strikes. That one well outside. 1-2 now the count. Price chokes up on the bat. That one's going to be hit out towards the short side. It'll be a base hit. Just goes the opposite way. So with no outs and a runner at first, that brings us to the designated hitter, Tucker Walters, now to the plate. Walters came into today hitting .250 on the season. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the game today. For Price, he's 7 of 10 in the stolen base category. Average lead from first for Price. Walters squares the bunt, bunts it towards third base. Williams up with it. Only play is to first. Sherrard gets it there. So the sacrifice, the 5-3 put out. That'll get a runner into scoring position. It's Price now at second base. That brings us to Caden Elmore, the right fielder. He's 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. And there's going to be a bunt towards pitcher Jennings up with it, flips it over to Davis, who was covering it first. So now just 90 feet away is Price. We head to the top of the order. Lucas Lee now to the plate. Lee 0 for 0 on the day as he's reached on 2 walks. Did score the first run for the Bruins back in the first inning. That one stays outside. Price at third after he had a single, was advanced to second and third. This one he hit towards the left field line, slicing away, running over, making the catch is Carter Moberly for the third out in the inning. There were no runs on 1 hit, 1 runner left on base, and no Elizabethtown errors as we head to the 6th inning. All tied at 2 apiece between the Elizabethtown Panthers and the Central Hardin Bruins. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming, sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, eTownApartments.com, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, eTown Exterminating, and West Point Bank. We'd also like to thank NFHS, the National Federation of High School Sports. We'll be right back with the 6th inning of play. Welcome back to Central Hardin High School for today's 17th District baseball action between Elizabethtown and Central Hardin as we start this 6th inning of play, all tied at 2 apiece. It'll be 3-4-5 in the Panther lineup. Grayson Hayner, Bryce Estes, and Austin Jennings. Zach Spurrier remains on the mound for the Bruins. Hayner 1 for 2 on the day. He led off the 4th inning with a double and came around to score the first Panther run of the day. That one in there for a strike on the outside corner. 0-1 the count. This one goes off Hayner in the batter's box, so it'll be a foul. 0-2 now the count. Off-speed pitch. Hayner out in front of it, able just to get a bat on it. Fouls it off. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Beautiful day here at Central Hardin. That one in the dirt. 1-2 now the count to Hayner. That was going to be hit down the right field line. Elmore Fading back, fading over near the line. Pops out of his glove. Hayner rounding first to second. He's going to turn the corner there. And back in. The first error of the game as an unconventional slide at third. Hayner went in head first and didn't slide as much as he stuck. So a 3-bag error puts Hayner just 90 feet away from the go-ahead run. That's going to bring up the catcher, Bryce Estes. Estes 1 for 2 on the day. He had a leadoff double in the second inning. Now anything to the outfield. And that could get Hayner in from third. Infield scoots in. All on the grass except for Brandenburg at first. Swings at that first pitch on the outside half of the plate. 0-1. That one fouled down the third base side. 0-2 now the count. There's strike 3. Nine strikeouts on the day now for Zach Spurrier. That's going to bring up Austin Jennings, the pitcher. Jennings, 1 for 2 on the day, an RBI triple and a run scored in the fourth inning. In the infield for the Bruins, cheating in. Trying to cut off the run as Grayson Hayner at third. This one hit straight up in the air on the infield. Lucas Lee calls for it. Makes the catch for the second out. And now that will bring up Carter Moberly. Moberly 1 for 2 on the day. He had an RBI single in that fourth inning. Now the infield retreats back to normal depth with 2 outs. Again, Hayner at third after an error. Was able to get to third on the opening at bat here in the top of the 6th. Strike on the outside corner. Yeah, that's closer to the left-handed batter's box than it is home plate. Home plate umpire staring into the third base dugout. Swing and a miss. It pops away. Hayner now going to come in. Thompson retreats back, not able to get to it. And Hayner scores from third. So he reaches on an error and then is able to score on a passed ball. So 2 innings costing the Bruins a run here in this 6th. 0-2 the count as Moberly digs back in. There's strike 3. But there was 1 run on no hits, no runners left on base, and 2 Central Hardin errors. E-Town now leads 3-2 as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Central Hardin coming to the plate. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. E-Town Apartments is a family-owned and operated management service with over 30 years of combined experience. Take a virtual tour today at etownapartments.com. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company. It's been serving the surrounding areas since 1976. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank, with 5 offices in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point, or find us online at westpointbank.com. Bottom of the 6th inning, it'll be 2-3-4 in the Bruin lineup. Lucas Thompson, Zach Spurrier, and Kellen Brandenburg. Austin Jennings remains on the hill for the Panthers.
Leading off the Bruins, number 9, Lucas Thompson. Spurrier on deck.
As Thompson steps to the plate, 0 for 0 on the day. He reached on a walk and scored a run. Then he had a sacrifice in a second at bat. Swings to that first pitch, fouls it off down the third base line. Running over is Moberly, not able to get to it. I'll run the count to no balls and 1 strike. So everybody will come back. Jennings not really waiting for his players to get back as Moberly just now turns his back. That pitch on the outside corner gets the called strike. 0-2 the count. Allen in the dirt. Estes keeps it in front of him. 1-2 count. That one outside. Evens it at 2-2. Jennings with 7 strikeouts in the game today. Takes something off that one. Thompson high in the air. The shallow center field. Coming up is Hayner, who makes the pitch for the first out of the inning. Jennings, while he has given up 2 runs, has only given up 1 hit. That came in the 5th inning to Chase Price. Now we come to Zach Spurrier. Spurrier 0 for 1 on the day. Reached on a hit by pitch. Has a strikeout. That one outside. 1-0 the count. That one well outside. 2-0. Again, Spurrier coming into today's game hitting .545 on the year. In limited action, just 10 accounted at-bats this year. 11. 6 of 11 coming into today. That one catches the corner, 2-1. That one, ball 3. Swing and miss. That'll take it full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. That one outside, and it'll be a walk for Zach Spurrier. So he'll trot down to first with 1 out. It was Withers that was his. Matthew Withers was his courtesy runner the first time he came up. Looks like Withers is trotting back out there. Kellen Brandenburg now to the plate. Brandenburg 0 for 2 on the day. It's a strikeout and a flyout. For Withers, 1 for 1 in stolen bases this year. Has a short lead from first. That one, curveball outside, 1-0. Fastball in the outside corner, 1-1. Curveball in the dirt, smothered by Estes. Two and one the count. This will be ripped out towards right center field. It gets down. Withers round second, heads for third. Brandenburg just going to read it. And Withers falls down and is thrown out as he was rounding second, lost his balance and went to the ground. Tendricks Thomas throws a strike in, and they get Withers out, a single by Brandenburg, so he'll stay at first. Now 2 outs, and that's going to bring up left fielder Reese Cowley. Cowley 0 for 1 on the day. He was hit by a pitch, also has an RBI ground out. Brandenburg with a short lead. Now there's going to be a ball hit, just a blooper over the shortstop. And so it'll be runners at first and second. First time the Bruins have had back-to-back hits on the day. And that's going to bring us to the third baseman, Sander Lucas. Lucas 0 for 2 on the day with a pair of strikeouts. Coach Greenwell now going to take a trip out to the mound. A reminder, both of these teams back in action on Thursday night. They will both stay in the 17th district. Elizabethtown and John Hardin will square off. And we will be right back here at Central Hardin as North Hardin will come to take on the Bruins. Both those games scheduled for 5:30. Austin Jennings' day will come to a close. He is responsible for the runners at first and second, but he will come out. And coming in, it's going to be Hayden Willett, number 21. This will be his 8th game pitched on the year. He has 5 starts. He comes in with a 4-1 record, has a 1 save. In 17 and a third innings, he has 16 strikeouts to 12 walks. Throws from the left side. Reminder, next week we'll have 2 more games. Tuesday, it'll be softball action as Central Hardin travels to John Hardin. And then next Thursday, we're right back here at Central Hardin as the Bruins will host the John Hardin Bulldogs. Both of those games scheduled for 5:30 start times. In the month of May, we will have 4 games before we get to 5 games, before we get to the district tournaments. We will have all games played in the 17th district baseball and softball tournament covered. We are unsure just yet which one will be live and which will be tape delayed. In May, we have E-Town taking on Central Hardin in softball. John Hardin will be at North Hardin in baseball. Actually, we have the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. We will have games. Again, E-Town at Central softball, John Hardin at North Hardin baseball. Meade County will come to North Hardin and play softball, and then we'll have the rematch of these two as we head over to Panther Field on May the 4th. Willett now to face Sander Lucas. That pitch inside, 1-0 the count. There are 2 outs. Runners at first and second. That one high, 2-0. With 1 out, Zach Spurrier was walked. His courtesy runner, Withers, came in on a base hit to right field by Brandenburg, rounding second base and heading to third. Withers fell to the ground, lost his balance. Throw in from the outfield got him out at third base. The next batter, Reese Cowley, gets a single to shallow center field. We now have 2 outs with runners at first and second. 3-0 the count to Lucas. That's in there for a strike. 3-1. Brandenburg with a safe lead at second. Somebody popped up on the infield. Sherrard calls for it, makes the catch. So there were no runs on 2 hits 2 runners left on base and no Elizabethtown errors. As we head to the top of the 7th, Elizabethtown remains on top 3-2 over Central Hardin. We'll be right back with the 7th inning of play. Welcome back to Central Hardin High School for today's 17th District baseball action. As we head into the top of the 7th inning, Elizabethtown on top, 3-2 over Central Hardin. Coming to the plate, it'll be 7, 8, 9 in the order for the Panthers. Hendricks Thomas, Jake Williams, and Eli Barker. Zach Spurrier remains on the hill. Spurrier with 87 pitches through 6 innings. That one popped up down the right field line, coming over Elmore into foul territory, makes the catch for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up the third baseman, Jake Williams. Williams 0 for 2 on the day. It's a strikeout and a ground out. Spurrier with 10 strikeouts through 6 and third innings today. That's a strike on the outside corner. So we head out towards Hubbard. Gets it over to Brandenburg for the second out. And now to bring up the designated hitter, Eli Barker. Barker 1 for 2 on the day as a single and a strikeout. That's in there for a strike. Fastball at the knees. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now the count. Strike 3. So just a 6-pitch inning for Spurs. He gets it done. There was a ground out, a fly out, and a strikeout. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. Head to the bottom of the 7th inning. E-Town on top, 3-2 over Central Hardin. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates. More personal attention for more effective results. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. E-Town Apartments is a family-owned and operated management service with over 30 years of combined experience. Take a virtual tour today at etownapartments.com. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company that's been serving the surrounding area since 1976. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Due up in the bottom of the 7th inning. It'll be 7, 8, 9 in the lineup. Chase Price, Tucker Walters, and Caden Elmore. And it is Hayden Willett still on the mound for the Panthers. Chase Price is 1 for 2 on the day. That one in there for a strike. As they strike out in a single. He led off the 5th inning with a single. Back-to-back sacrifices got him to third, but stranded there. Swings at that one, fouls it off. That's going to get just over the first base dugout, or third base dugout, sorry. Count goes to 0-2. There's strike 3 on the outside part of the plate. So 1 out. Now that'll bring up the designated hitter, Tucker Walters. Walters 0 for 1 on the day as a strikeout and a sacrifice. On the season, Walters hitting .250. That one change up in there for a strike, 0-1. Swings at that one, 0-2 now the count. That one high, 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one well outside. 2-2 now the count. That one inside, 3-2. That one fouled off. Count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. There's strike 3 on the inside corner. Walter started to swing and then held up. So with 2 outs, we'll come to the right fielder, Caden Elmore. Elmore 0 for 1 on the day. So strike out and a sacrifice. The Bruins down to their final out. Swing and a miss, 0-1 the count. That one up. Evens it out at 1-1. That will be fouled out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one back up the middle, and that'll be a single for Elmore. So the tying run at first. It's the first hit given up by Willett. The 4th hit of the day for the Bruins. Lucas Lee now to the plate. Lee 0 for 1 on the day. He's reached twice on a walk of the flyout and scored a run. Short lead for Elmore at first. That one outside. Estes popped from his glove, able to get to it. A big hole on the right side of the infield. As Davis, the second baseman, shades more towards center field. And with Sherrard holding Elmore on at first. Swing and a miss. That one fouled off. So it wasn't a swing and a miss. Sorry. 1-1 the count. That one was a curveball. Fouls that one away. 1-2 now the count. That one right back to Willett. Makes the grab to Sherrard in the ball game. 1-3 put out. So Elizabethtown victorious over Central Hardin, 3-2. In that last inning, there were no runs on one hit, one runner left on base, and no E-Town errors. This is a Hardin County Education and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, eTownApartments.com, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. For Central Hardin, they dropped to 5-11 on the season, 2-1 in 17th district play. The tough luck loser, Zach Spurrier, today, as he had 10 strikeouts on the day, only gave up 4 hits and 2 runs. And the 3 runs were given up, only 2 earned on the day. For Elizabethtown, they improve to 13-8, 4-0 in 17th district play. It is Austin Jennings who gets the win. He gave up 2 runs on 3 hits. And Hayden Willett comes in for his second save of the season. Reminder, we're back here on Thursday night as the Central Hardin Bruins will host the North Hardin Trojans at game time scheduled for 5:30. For all of our workers here at HCEC-TV, I'm Bobby Thompson saying so long and good night.